Good evening. How's it going? Today we're going to talk low-tier genetics. Let's go.
Track 2. I'm not watching her run track in a booty outfit. No. Like I said, to me, that would be one of the worst experiences as a parent to have a daughter because it just wouldn't be fun.
I want to start by saying mostly daughters are for mothers and sons are for fathers, but both require both parents. Like, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, when you do have a daughter, it's more of trying to show an example of a man. So, I mean, you're going to kind of struggle on that end, you know what I'm saying? But hey, let's continue.
It would, I don't know. It just would. I grew up a boy, right? I'm a man.
Are you sure about that? I don't know, man. You still kind of act like a little boy. I'm just saying. Like, I hear what you're saying, and I understand, like, you supposed to be, like, acting like a man, bro, but I'll be honest with you, fool, I don't see it.
I grew up as a boy, so I want to recreate whatever the didn't pop in my childhood and put it off into my future son. There's nothing fun about having a daughter. Like, that's boring as shit. Like, I can't relate. Like, nah, I want no parts, man. No disrespect to anybody in here that got a daughter, but it's nothing fun about having a daughter as a man.
But that's the thing, though, too, though. When you got a daughter that admires her father, that's how you wind up with tomboys and things like that. Now, you're only mistaken if you think that girls cannot relate to their fathers. This is what I'm going to tell you. It's not all Princess Barbie dolls and whatnot. Depending on the type of man you are, your daughter is going to want to be more around you, interact with you more. However, you're still going to have to give her that balance with her mother and to show her that you don't want to be too much on the manly side, still be a girl. But that doesn't mean because she's a girl, automatically it's like, oh, that's what it is. Back shots. The man that's going to take her or whatever and have kids with her, there's more to it than that. Like, come on, man.
Nothing at all. Make her greater than everyone else's son. She's still a woman that's basically going to give somebody else a legacy that erases yours at the end of the day.
That's false. That little girl will still be your bloodline. That little girl still carries your genetics, which means that little boy or little girl that she has will also carry your genetics. I'm not sure if you understand how genetics work, but that kid is just as much as you as it is the other side of the family. Now the families are intertwined by bloodline, but that's still very much your bloodline. Come on now.
Just like I said before, like if I got a daughter, right, and obviously she would grow up to get pregnant by somebody. So technically those aren't my grandkids.
I try not to call people stupid on these videos and reserve a certain level of respect. But bro, that's a very stupid statement. That's a very ignorant statement. Okay, let's play the chicken and the egg game, right? Let's say you have a son, right? The seed of your son goes to this woman. I'm gonna mess your head up. Check this out. The woman is actually the DNA harborer, right? What do I mean by that? In layman's terms, the woman is actually the one who contains the DNA. Think of Venom on Spider-Man. Let's break it down to something you can understand. Think of Spider-Man, right? Remember the symbiote with Venom? Women are Venom. Women are the symbiote Venom who takes on DNA and distributes it to others, right? So yeah, you have that seed. That woman gets that seed, but develops it. She gives it his DNA. And actually, to make an argument about it, if we want to talk about daughters and sons, your daughter's child would actually be more of yours than the son's child. Watch me work. The seed will come from that man, right? Cool. That's his seed. It is what it is. That daughter's egg is what? Developed through your bloodline. All the DNA from that little girl is your DNA and the mother's DNA, which means that seed that comes from that son is just that seed. When that woman when it's fertilized, that woman feeds it. She takes direct DNA from that mother. The child takes direct DNA from the mother, Venom style, which means that child will actually be closer to yours through the little girl. Does that make sense? I'm gonna break it down to you again. The women are harborers of DNA. Yes, men, we can spread our DNA. but our DNA is nowhere near as potent as the woman's. I know it's hard for you to understand this. We both have our strong suits in what we do. We both have our strong suits in how we move. Now, what it can or can't do for that woman, it can give her stronger offspring. It can improve or it can cause ailments to her offspring. But when you have a child, it's predominantly 50-50. But it's scientifically proven that women are the DNA harborers, to the point to where if they deal with too many men, your child can wind up having DNA of multiple different men. That's a fact. To the point to where it will actually stay in their DNA when they deal with different men. Men, on the other hand, like you said, it is more pure from our side, solely being us. But if you're going to talk about specifically as far as bloodline and development, that child is solely developed and formed within that woman. So your child, your grandchild, is being formed by that woman from her DNA, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, that woman has developed that child from scratch outside of the seed. So that's really an ignorant statement. But in general, outside of semantics, it's 50-50, right? That's your grandchild. Cut it out. Stop it. Get some help.
Because none of them are going to have my last name. That belongs to that man's legacy.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's how family trees work, right? So the minute that little girl's with a man who's not, I don't even know how to say. It's so stupid. I don't even know how to phrase it. So a man that's going to wind up being with a man that's an outsider, obviously, because if it's in house, it'd be weird, like the old leadership. So I don't want to get into that right now with history lessons. That's not how a family tree works. That's that man's legacy. Are you stupid? When you look at the parents of, do you not? Well, he didn't have a dad. Okay, let me be lenient. Let me not be so harsh. I understand why he doesn't understand, because he didn't have a father for real. So I'm not going to be too harsh on him. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm saying it as this is more of a teaching thing. Homie, there's a family tree, right? When you have those children, they're linked to who their parents and grandparents are. You're a part of that tree, fool.
What I did was I helped extend another legacy. Now, whatever grandkids that my future son would have, those are the ones connected to my legacy.
Well, I don't know why you're looking at me. I already still have to say. Go ahead. Go ahead and continue.
Anything she does, it erases the legacy. But LTG, that's still your blood. Well, I don't give a f***. I don't have my last name. It's not a part of the legacy. You're excluded. So
I don't think you understand how legacies work, right? Just because that kid doesn't have your last name, that doesn't mean they're still not a part of your legacy. If they're part of your bloodline and it comes out that they're a part of your bloodline, it's a part of your legacy. You do understand that, right? Now, you may be one of them long lost kids like a lot of these celebrities have that pop up out of nowhere, and they may not have their same last name or forcefully take the last name. That's still a part of the legacy, whether you want to accept it or not. You can say what you want to say, but essentially it's your bloodline, dude. Cut it out.
Exactly. Having a daughter is 18 years. You invested 18 years to give away to somebody else. Like, that was a waste of parenting.
It's only a waste if you poorly raise your daughter, because your lineage will all be there. They will all come to visit. All the family will come together. You see, what you don't understand is there's nothing like seeing a family that came from you. I mean, a huge family that you built, successful family, whether it's son, daughter, whatever. You'll never understand being a head unit of a well-to-do family or a well-made family, to be able to look around and see what you've made, you and your woman have made, your wife or whatever you want to call her in this new generation thing, you and the woman that you're with have created, and be able to admire the fact that you've created some decent people. I know you wouldn't create decent people, so I guess I understand where you're coming from on that end. But here's what I'm going to tell you. As old as you are, you need to do some, I don't know what you need to do, but you need to learn. Because with the way that you think, don't have kids, man. Don't have kids. Don't have a daughter or a son. Please, just do us all a favor.
Sons are for life. Daughters, they just, they not for life. You raise them to give them away.
Bro, how do you think sons work? Do you think your boy is just gonna be sitting there next to you like your road dog your whole life? You think your son just gonna ride around like one of the homies? Dude, like your son will leave too. You do understand that, right? Your son will leave to start his own family. The same way your daughter's gonna leave to start her own family. Both of your kids will leave home. Now, if you're somebody who's well-to-do, you can keep everybody in the house to where they actually don't leave, and you can build something and harvest and do all that. But, hey, I'm getting a little too grown. Let me dial it back. Let me reel it back in. I ain't trying to get too grown now. I just want to be in moderation, right? When we get that sub number up, I'll go. We can take it there. I want to be sure y'all want to hear it first, all right? But my thing is, you got to understand that your son's going to leave too. Like, your son is not going to be there like that as well. He's also going to leave home with a wife or a woman or whatever he does, college, whatever. He's not going to stay at home with you all day, every day on your dumbass live stream. Continue, man.
They do, Mr. Making sure she not a THOT. I mean, maybe not in public, but behind closed doors she would be. So what's the point? All right, so it says, bro caught his girlfriend cheating and tried to put her inside of an ice cream fridge. So look, somebody actually had a girl so a nigga could grow up and put her in an ice cream fridge.
It's not, I swear it's not funny. It's the way he said it. I swear I'm not laughing at the situation. It's the way he said it, I promise. I'm not laughing at the scenario. Why he have to say it like that?
You see what the I'm talking about? You see what the I mean? Like, what's the point? What's the point?
Dude, you act like sons don't get violated out here too. Like, you think it's just a boy that he ain't gonna get violated? Let him make somebody mad enough, they'll put him in the freezer too. Like, you always talking about Balrogs. I mean, come on, man. Balrogs hurt Balrogs all the time. Do we need to pull up obituary reports? Like, come on, man. Like, have some common sense. It doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl. It could still happen.
Now do y'all catch my drift?
No.
Throw in the freezer.
Bloody. This is somebody's daughter, bruh. This could happen to my son. At least he's still a man at the end of the day.
What does it have to? You know what? I'm just look. The link is below. We didn't cross over into 13 minutes today. All right, I'm done. The link is below. You can watch this if you want to. Have a good one. I'm out.
Bro, imagine you see a video like this and this shit is your daughter getting dumped in the freezer by because she cheated on it.